Welcome to Stone Cottage Adventures. I'm turning this one over to Ted.
In our video, Budget Kitchen Remodel with Great Storage and Style, we quickly described how to plan and construct the open industrial shelving in the window. By popular demand, in this video, we will go more in depth and demonstrate steps that will save both money and heartaches. All the materials are available at any large hardware store. I wanted to accomplish Laurie's objective of preserving as much light coming in through the windows as possible, while nevertheless making the shelves very sturdy. It would have been criminal to alter any part of this brand new airtight bank of 3 vinyl windows by mounting brackets or some other shelving component directly to the windows themselves. I especially wanted to keep the space beneath the shelves open so that the stool of the window could itself serve as a shelf. Therefore, everything is attached to the upper and side window jambs. Each wooden plank is supported on one side by a frame built from steel piping suspended from the upper jamb, and supported on the other side by a wooden cleat made from scrap wood mounted on the side jamb. We sized the shelves to fit appropriately in front of the left and right windows. I cut 4 27-inch planks from a single 12-foot long 1 by 12-inch pine common board. Common board because Laurie wanted to see the knots and other flaws in the wood that would have been absent had we bought premium quality lumber. I notched one side so that we could enjoy just a little overhang on that side, and I bored a 1.5-inch diameter hole in the right place so that the support pipe could pass through, leaving enough slack so that I would have the flexibility in the final placement of the planks. I aggressively sanded only the edges and corners to add some distress, then stained with a semi-opaque combination stain varnish. The finished planks and the steel piping were all pre-assembled before attachment to the upper window jamb, with long flathead screws sunk deeply into the 2x6 header boards that are always found behind the upper jamb in any large window. Very strong. Note that this is black pipe, suitable for natural gas, not galvanized pipe, suitable for water. In both cases, this is steel pipe, but galvanized pipe is silver colored, while black pipe is just the color we are looking for. This is all 1/2-inch black pipe. Rather than investing in the necessary tools to cut and thread long lengths of bulk black pipe to exactly the lengths that we need, we chose instead to buy pre-cut and pre-threaded pipe sections or nipples to save money and time and to keep it simple. For each stack of 2 shelves, we needed 1 floor flange, 2 caps, 2 T-joints, and 4 individual nipples of appropriate lengths. The lengths were determined by the width of the planks, the spacing between the 2 planks, and how low we wanted the planks to be suspended. In our case, 2 4.5-inch nipples provide the appropriate support for the 2 12-inch planks. The 10-inch nipple gives us the right space between the planks, and the 12-inch nipple gives us the right suspended height. You should choose what is right for your application. Notice how we aligned the lower plank with the window grid behind to minimize visual lines. We would have aligned the upper plank the same way, but that would have made the spacing between the planks too short and less usable. Also, notice how once assembled, The piping supports one side of the upper plank at 2 points and one side of the lower plank at 3 points. During assembly, don't twist the pipe pieces all the way in until they stop. We want to preserve the option to take one extra or one less turn to align the piping components appropriately. After mounting, you might discover that this is necessary to fine-tune the appearance. In that case, remove the 4.5-inch nipples so that you can twist the already mounted assembly. Then replace the 4.5-inch nipples. It's easy. You might or might not need to use a couple of small pipe wrenches for leverage. The other side of each plank is supported by a cleat that we cut from the leftover 1x12 board. The depth of the jamb is 4.5 inches, so each cleat measures 2.5 by 4 3/8 inches to set back inside the jamb with just a little slack for fine adjustment. We pre-painted and pre-drilled each cleat for 2 screws. Once the pipe and plank assembly is mounted to the upper jamb, carefully align each plank with its supporting cleat using a level and attach using 2 flathead wood screws. After driving one of the 2 wood screws, adjust the plank to take out any warp by tapping the cleat to slightly rotate it up or down until the plank is evenly supported by 2 or 3 points of the piping and also by the cleat. Then drive in the second screw. Once you have verified that the planks are positioned correctly, drive in 2 more wood screws with finish washers into the top of each plank to attach it firmly to the cleat. This final step will keep the shelves from rocking if you load in the front of the shelf more heavily than the back.
I love these shelves. I mean, they're so flexible to float in front of the windows without damaging them. But they're also flexible in their style. They're obviously an industrial style, but we're using them in our French kitchen. And I could also see this in a cottage style kitchen or a modern or contemporary setting. I think they would go a lot of different directions. And in addition to being flexible style-wise, the applications are flexible. I could see this in a laundry room. You know how a lot of times people will have their washer and dryer underneath a window? This would be perfect to have above it, and you could have something, plants or decorative items. I don't think I'd put a box of detergent up there, but something attractive, that would be really nice. Or other places in the kitchen, maybe above a peninsula. That way the cleat could be on the wall and it could be suspended.
You could even put it above an island with a little different configuration.
Really flexible. Or a playroom. It's so indestructible. I don't think kids could destroy it. And it's a perfect spot for those half-finished projects like the Lego creation that you can't break up tonight and the half-finished art project.
Or my half-finished projects in the workroom. Finally, I can keep my workbench free to work on and my miscellaneous knickknacks and half-finished projects up above.
Really handy. Bathroom. I mean, the suspended configuration would be great because it wouldn't bother tiles.
Well, in that moist environment, you shouldn't use black pipe, it'll rust. But you can use galvanized pipe, and if that color's wrong, you can paint it black or brass.
Perfect. What about outside?
Same thing, but if it's exposed to rain, you need to use treated lumber instead.
Great idea. So many creative possibilities. And as always, the most creative solutions and the best stories begin with the biggest challenges. See you next time.